Hey guys, it's me again. This is episode 3. So far, the response has been really good to I Just Want to Be Spiritual. And I'm so glad for everybody's support. It's been really awesome to see how everybody has been liking and commenting on my content. And it makes me really excited to keep creating more. So keep engaging, keep sharing, keep letting people know what I'm doing, and I will keep giving you the content that you're looking for. All right, today, so I don't think I said before, but we're gonna be doing a crystal of the day. So today, the crystal of the day is Malachite. Malachite has this really pretty green color that I absolutely love, and it is good for your heart chakra being where your heart is. And it's just it's for people who are looking to build more confidence in themselves, to heal any emotional trauma that you may be dealing with. It's good to aid in healing that. Also, you can keep it with you to get harmony, attract, that's the word I'm looking for, attract harmony and love to yourself. It's something good to kind of dispel negativity. It also helps with leadership and protection, so protect you from that negative energy that you're trying to release, and any feelings of maybe anxiety, anything connected with your heart, so maybe sadness, those types of things. Is what it's mainly focusing on. The one thing about Malachite that you do want to remember when you buy it is to make sure that you buy it polished, because raw Malachite can have toxins in the dust. So you don't want to get it if it's not polished like this. So just be mindful. This is totally safe, but just be mindful of Malachite and when you're handling it and things of that nature. This is something that you do want to cleanse often, and we talked about cleansing. You can cleanse your crystals with a piece of selenite. You can cleanse your crystals by burning sage and then kind of holding it in the sage smoke. You can also put it in your windowsill for the sunlight. So charge it in the sunlight, charge it in the moonlight, cleanse it. Those are things that will kind of recharge it and re-amplify it to make it ready for you. But it does hold a lot of energy, so you want to make sure that you're kind of erasing it and getting it ready for new energy and setting your intentions again. So setting intentions means you're holding your crystal in your hand, or I've heard in your dominant hand. I'm not sure that it makes a difference, but you just want to hold it in your hand and just say, I want to work on healing my emotional trauma and being more confident in myself and those types of things. So that's my intention for this crystal, is to help me with those things. And then carry it with you, put it on your workspace, put it somewhere where you remember. Maybe you could even meditate with it. Those are all great things that you can do once you've set your intention with your crystal. Okay. All right, so that is the crystal of the day. That's Malachite, and I will put in the description box, I will put how to spell that, and you usually can find it at any crystal store. You just ask them for the Malachite, and they can honestly also give you more information about it, so that you can do your own research. And one good thing that I also wanted to mention is that I have this book called Crystal Bliss, and this is by Devi Brown. You can follow her on Instagram. That's her on the back. And it's really good. This is one of the first books that I bought, just kind of giving a really good overview of crystals, and a lot of the crystals that she used during her journey. And so this is one I recommend. I found this on Amazon, and I believe it's sold in other places, but I just use Amazon because I love Amazon Prime. But yeah, this is Crystal Bliss. So, and I'll also put that in the description below. So on to the topic for today. I figured I would delve into another aspect of my spiritual routine, which is prayer. Prayer is something that's very important to me nowadays. I pray every morning, throughout the days, at night, before bed. It's just very important to me to get that time with God, quiet time, and that thinking time, and really thinking about what it is that I want to pray for and work on, and asking for help and guidance to God, to the angels, to the universe, ancestors, all of those different things. So, but growing up, I didn't grow up in church. That wasn't a normal routine for us. It wasn't a regular thing that we did. And so I just kind of went with the generic type of Christian label. Just believe in God and follow the Bible. And, that's just what we did. But it wasn't a major part of my upbringing. And so when I finally went through my quarter life crisis, where I, had that spiritual just desire to ask questions and explore and figure things out, prayer obviously was one of those things that I had to figure out. Okay, who am I praying to? All those things. And when I was in my teens, my mom started attending church more often, and so she would make me go to it. It wasn't really something that I wanted to do. I wasn't excited about it. It felt awkward. It felt uncomfortable. It was new, and I wasn't very outgoing and like outspoken yet. And a lot of people in the church were, very expressive and, all of those types of things. And I just felt out of place. And so I didn't really like that. We went from, I guess, Christian, and then went to a non-denominational church. And that was where I kind of got the church experience, was going to church with my mom for those, couple years, maybe it was a couple of months, and just getting that experience. And it wasn't something that I didn't hate it, but I didn't want to do it. Like, I wasn't going to volunteer to go. And I remember when I was older, like around the time that I was going through my quarter life crisis. This was when I was about 26. So 2016, I was 26. And I was talking to somebody, and they said, well, do you believe in God? We're having that conversation. And I'm like, yeah. And then they were asking about church, and I was like, I don't, I wasn't raised in it. I don't really go. And they were really surprised. They were really shocked that somebody who believed in God didn't attend church regularly. And I honestly was offended. Back then I was taking things very much to heart. And so to me, it was an attack. It was like, well, are you trying to say that I can't believe in God, or my belief isn't as good as yours? I didn't verbalize it to that person, but those were the thoughts I had in my head. Like, I am, I'm a believer. I'm not an atheist, all those things. I felt like I had to justify my beliefs, and that led me to really start to get clear on, okay, what do I even believe? What am I trying to justify? Like, I'm just trying to justify this thing, and I don't really know if that's what I believe or why, or all those different things. And so I started to delve more into spirituality on my own terms, not necessarily church or in a group, but just by myself, figuring it out. So, I had a Bible and went through the Bible, read through it, didn't read all of it, but I did, read through it and try to get some more understanding of what it was saying, the stories and the context, and researching and understanding what it was meaning. And at that time, it was very, very helpful for me. Some of the scriptures spoke to me in that time of my life, and I needed that, and I clung to that. And I still have some Bible verses around my room now, because they resonate with me, and it's helpful in times of need. So that was the beginning of me trying to find out, okay, am I Christian? Do I want to follow the Bible? Do I want to follow the Christian ways, or do I want to do something different? And then I went I remember going to church with a friend who is Catholic, so I went to a Catholic church, and non-denominational church, and just trying to like figure it out and explore. And I had friends of different religious backgrounds and who were into their spirituality as it pertains to religion. So I had friends who were Mormon or Catholic or Christian or just spiritual and all those different things. And so I took what resonated with me from all of their experiences and all the experiences that I had just on my own, and took all of that to kind of make my own assumptions and beliefs, and finally decided what God was for me and what that looked like for me. So for me, God is the overarching, umbrella. That is the main person. That is who I pray to. That is who I believe is like the boss. And the way that I see it is God uses different ascended masters to reach different people. So he may use Jesus or Buddha or whomever. People use different practices to reach God. And the purpose of God to me is to express love and compassion and joy and all of those positive things for other people. So to me, as long as that is the main idea of that person's religion, then I respect all religions. I find truth in all of them. I find things that I don't agree with in all of them. And so I've come across a term called omnism. And that's the belief that there are truth in all religions. And so I don't necessarily subscribe to just one. And that works for me. Obviously, some people do have religious beliefs, and that's what works for them, and that's what they believe. But to me, and I know this is a very touchy subject, but everybody's allowed to have their own opinions and what works for them. And for me, the main thing is that people are using their beliefs to be kind, to help others, to love others, to not judge, all of those different things. Whomever they pray to, if that is their main goal, is to spread that love of whomever they're praying to and helping people, then I'm all for it. And I'll take my blessings from whoever they come from. If somebody who, is Christian says they're praying for me, or wants to give me a message, then I will receive that, and I can filter through it and receive it in the way that it's meant for me. I don't reject any messages because of who it comes from. I believe that God is trying to speak to me through this person, how they can convey it to me, and I'm okay with that. So that is my religious or spiritual belief. I don't consider myself religious. And another reason why I don't consider myself religious is because I feel like there are people who are religious, who do believe in their religion, who are, faithful disciples of their religion. And I don't want to offend or take advantage of their beliefs by saying, taking on that quote unquote label or that name and not really fulfilling everything that goes along with it. And so to me, it's more important to be true to myself and have honor and respect for those people who have different beliefs than I do and who are wholeheartedly into fulfilling all of those, all of the things that come along with Christianity, with Catholicism, with Buddhism, or what have you, Judaism, all of those different things. Those are serious religions, and people, are very serious about their religions and their beliefs and their ideals and all those things. And so I totally respect all of those things, and I would never want to offend anyone by giving myself a label that I'm not living up to. So that is my definition of spirituality. The main idea that I want to come across is that is where my prayer lies. That is part of my spiritual routine and my spiritual practice, is praying to God, once I figured out who God was to me, now I pray to God in the way that makes sense to me, and I ask for guidance. And if I see something that's maybe written in a different way, like, in Jesus' name or something, I may repeat that, or I may just, replace it with God, or maybe I will ask, Jesus for help, or whomever for help, because I believe that they are all useful to me. They all are working for me, and I am working for them, and they want to see me happy, and they're all working for God, so that they are helping me along my journey. So if it happens to be that I call on that one ascended master, then maybe that's the ascended master for that specific time in my life. So yeah, that is how prayer got into my spiritual routine. Like I said, I pray every night, and I just pray for guidance, and I thank God for the day, and I thank God for any good things that have come my way, any significant things that have worked out. Pray for small things. I thank and I'm grateful for little things that I may take advantage of. I try and take time to acknowledge those things, to have the ability to move my body, to get up and do things on my own, to feed myself, to clothe myself, to have food and clothes. All of those different things I don't ever want to take for granted. So I try to take time out of my day every day to acknowledge my gratitude. And that's basically what my spirituality and my prayer time boils down to, is expressing my gratitude to God and to the universe for allowing me to be a part of this life, and taking care of me, and guiding me, and steering me out of the bad things that I may want to get myself into. Not necessarily bad things, but things that are not going to work for me. Giving me that guidance to say, no, don't do that. Or go ahead and try that, but know that you have a safe place to come back to if things don't work out. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope I didn't ramble. And any questions or anything, I really welcome. I really want people to engage and to comment and to share their own experiences and beliefs. I want this to be a community, so I don't want it to just be me talking all the time. I do want to engage with other people, and if people have questions, I can make a video answering questions or different things of that nature. But this is really somewhere where I want people to feel safe, and I want people to feel they can come here and not be judged, and express how they're feeling, or figure out how they're feeling, explore their feelings, all those different things. So I really hope that this will be that place for you or somebody that you know, and we will all be kind to one another, treat each other with respect, no matter if there are differences or not. This is a space where we can come and be safe and treat each other with respect. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, to like my Instagram page at @IJustWannaBe_spiritual, same name on TikTok, and my YouTube channel. And thank you guys for joining me today. Bye.